It's a brutal way to lose. The Columbus Crew were seconds away from grinding out a result, but a stoppage time goal sees them fall to Nashville SC in heartbreaking fashion. For long stretches, Columbus looked organized, competitive, and capable of taking something from this match, but once again, late game execution becomes the story. And it's now a pattern that's starting to raise real concerns early in the season. So, the big question, is this just bad luck or a deeper issue with game management and closing out matches? On this episode of the Wisemen Say podcast, we're breaking down the key moment that decided it, what went wrong in stoppage time, and what this means moving forward. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And welcome back in, everybody, to a new episode of the Wisemen Say podcast. Ty Fisher alongside Gerald Lucas. I was about to call you Daryl and say Derek. Gerald Lucas, Derek Abbott, not with us tonight. Gerald, my friend, how are you, buddy?
I've had better days.
Fair enough.
I just want to say, everybody out there, pray for my family right now as about to lose my grandmother. Found out Monday morning as I was heading into work. So it's been a rough week.
Jarvis, more alcohol. Hey, I need more alcohol in me. I barely have had any of these last couple of days. I don't even remember the last time I had alcohol. Anyway, Gerald, it's been not the best start to the Columbus Crew's 2026 MLS campaign. And it just keeps getting worse. Obviously, still have yet to get a win. But I think we're on the right track of something. But obviously it was not on display against Nashville SC this past Saturday.
I think it was.
I think it was. I just think like the last minute and a half it wasn't.
I just think the subs that came in were not the right subs, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I thought Amundsen should have been subbed out. Max, he was making boneheaded plays. Like the first half he looked similar like the Max from 24, right? And even partial of 23, but he made some costly turnovers there in the second half. I would have loved to see Narneman come in.
Did you say Narnia?
Narneman. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna call him Narnia from now on. I agree with that comment. Schulte looked like 23.
I wouldn't say 23, Schulte.
Towards the end? Or are you talking about Champions League or Champions Cup, Schulte?
I'll probably go champion. I'll probably go
Champions
Cup.
I think everything was on display. I didn't like at first. I liked Diego where he was playing, but that kept Abu Ali stationary. If that makes sense, like it made him not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bangor should have came in. I did like Dylan coming in. Still scared me a little bit when he came in, coming off that hamstring injury from week 1. But I think Narnia should have came in and see what we got him. Because I tell you what, Gomez out there looked like he has been playing with the crew just as long as Nagby had been. The way that his commanding presence there in the midfield and telling everybody which way to go, and he had only been here for a week. That spoke numbers, for me at least. Now, I would have put him in the second half instead of starting him because look who the hell Nashville came off the bench in the second half. Espinoza, Sam Surge, and Mukhtar, right? I would have loved to have Gomez there in that second half with them versus their B squad because their B squad wasn't doing shit against Columbus. As Kendra said on the broadcast, Nashville looked just content to get through the first half. Not really attacking, but not really being too overly aggressive. They just wanted to get to halftime, so their honky tonk superstars could come out. And they came out and they put on they square danced on Columbus. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They square danced on Columbus there in that second half.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, granted, they only played 45 minutes because they had that Champions Cup match against Miami midweek. So, I mean, I guess playing 45 was doable. But I think we're falling back into that pattern of not being able to close out games. So I think the biggest question is what could have Columbus done better to close out that game, because that goal was scored 90 plus 4 out of, is it 5 minutes?
Yeah.
So I mean,
because as soon as they put the ball down, or they ended up getting a corner, and as soon as the ball was spotted there at the corner, the whistle blew, which is bullshit. But
I mean, do we really want to give them another chance to score on us?
No.
I mean,
but I don't think it's a concern right now, right? There are going to be growing pains. There are going to be bumps in the road learning a new system.
You said it's not a concern right now?
I said it's not really a major concern. So it's not something. All right. My concern level right now is not sitting there, ready to scrap the project, right? It's the concepts are there. And I'm gonna keep beating on this damn drum. The coach is trying to break the habits of going back to playing Nazi ball. And I guarantee you, if you go back and watch the last 15 minutes of the match, those players, the ones that were out on the field, started playing Nazi ball. And that's why they couldn't close the game out. I would have been happy with the draw, although, that call, with the goal being overturned.
I mean, it's offside.
I can't wait till that new rule gets adopted by IFAB, because once that gets adopted, damn it, your whole body has to be offside. But I mean, I think that took the wind out of the team, right? They were playing good. They were being direct. They were being aggressive. Ball goes in, called back for offside. I think that deflated the whole entire team. And it's hard to, it's harder to get that spirit back when you played so well and you get a goal and then it's called back. It's hard to rebuild that momentum and everything. And I I don't think he's on the hot seat yet. Now,
I think it's getting there, but I'll say my after you.
I don't think he's on the hot seat yet. Now, if we get into going into the World Cup break and we haven't won a game yet, now we're talking. I rest my case.
That train agrees with you, apparently. I mean, I think we have to wait until, I would say, probably April, the end of April, to figure it out. I think he's walking a narrow bridge, right? A narrow bridge right now. Tightrope will be if we do not win against any, if we go the time I'm in Vegas from Toronto on Saturday until the time I get back from Vegas and we have the LA Galaxy that midweek without a win, yeah, it's a tightrope. It's a tightrope no matter what, right? It's a narrow bridge now. But where'd it go? As Andy pointed out, he doesn't need to be fired now. But how long until we start asking questions? I told my mom this. We were spoiled with the amount of success that we got under Wilfried Nancy in his first 2 years with the club, right? So everybody's expecting the same amount of success with Rudstrom as we had with Nancy because he's won titles in Sweden, right? But at the same time, it's more so of how can this work? And it's working to the best of their ability for right now. But I do not think that the Columbus Crew have what it takes as of now to be a contender in the East. Right? Because we still have this same core that won the cup, that won League's Cup, that took us to the CONCACAF Champions Cup final against Pachuca. We still have a lot of these same guys. But I understand it's a whole new system. We were saying the same thing with Daniel Gazdag when he came to Columbus. It's a new system. He has to get acclimated. This is a new coach. We have to get these players acclimated. It's now becoming a carousel full of questions and concern. Right? And I everybody can get on me about this. I will be the first one to say that I do think Gazdag is done in Columbus. I highly do. I like the guy. He's a great guy, great player, but I don't think that the chance to unlock him with Rudstrom is going to happen. Now, on the other hand, I think what needs to happen is, and where I think Manny said it earlier. Something about he lost the game by not using subs. We used how many subs in that match? 2?
No. Gomez came out, Dylan came in, Max came out.
Hugo came in.
And Hugo came in.
That's it, right?
That's only 2 then, yeah.
So we have capable players. I like Bangor. I like what he brings. I do think he needs to calm down a bit because he's a little bit fast paced with it, which I like. But let's figure out a game plan when we see that that Nashville's bringing on 2 of the best players in MLS and not do anything right away. Playing with a back 4 it can be beneficial. I do like that Rossi was out wide, right? I do like that Taha was up front, even though it was weird because I don't really see him as more of an upfront guy. But hey, why not? Let's get the kid some bangers. Let's get the kid some goals this year. But I don't know. This is not how I envisioned the 2026 season to be played out about 5 games in.
I'm still banging the drum that the Crew will win the championship.
My friend, if you are going to die on that hill alone, more power to you.
I will.
You will have my utmost respect.
I see the potential, and it's just it's just trying to get everything together to mesh and sync and unity, right? I'm right there with you, with Daniel. You know how much I've tried to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Same.
So fucking much, but now, you're what? $5 million sitting on the bench?
Is it 5? Yeah.
Who was the one Crew player that was getting $1 million and didn't play a minute? Was that Jalil Anibaba? I think that was like
getting $1 million.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Did Jalil? Did he play for Columbus?
Yes.
Really?
It's like 22.
Whoa! Wait. Last one. Oh wow, he was. Holy crap!
He was making $1 million.
Oh, all right then.
And barely played.
Yeah, I do remember Anibaba on the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
He came from Nashville.
Yeah. So, now you're talking about a $5 million water boy, bench warmer that's sitting there now. Like, I love Daniel to death. Don't get me wrong. Great player.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that switch from Jim Curtin to Nancy hurt him. I really do. Now, if we would have hired Jim Curtin in the offseason, maybe
we'd be having a whole different conversation.
Yeah, we could have, maybe maybe we could have unlocked Daniel, right? So I mean, and yes, Nancy did have a rough first start to his to his season, his first year here in Columbus. So I mean, I'm not saying he's on the hot seat. I mean, people are starting to put hot coals underneath there. But I just
okay.
But I do got a question though for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, in Nancy's first 5 matches with the club, he went 1, 2, 2, and 1. All right, let's go 4 actually, because we haven't even played the 5th match yet. 1, 2, and 1. We are 0, 2, and 2. I'm not saying it's the same. It kind of is. However, that 2-0 win against DC United was against a very bad DC United team in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
We have played a very solid Portland Timbers team.
Mm-hmm.
We've played a very solid Kansas City team. Not really solid, but they're up there. with Joveljic.
Yeah.
A Chicago team that, surprisingly enough, is good. And a Nashville team who has yet to lose a game. Looking at Nancy, we played a very good Philadelphia team, got absolutely blown out. A DC United, a Toronto FC team that DC was bad, Toronto mid, Red Bulls mid, Atlanta United bad until like the latter half of the season. So it's a mixture of, yes, it's kind of the same, but it's really not, because these teams have gone out and actually bought players that can help improve their coaches' plans. Columbus is still faltering at the back line. And we don't have anybody to, what's the word? Substitute any of our center backs with.
So here's my thing. Is it time for Issa to be gone? Because now he's in his
second year.
Second full year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I tried to give Issa the benefit of the doubt as well. But what are you bringing? Are you really, paying attention to what the hell the team needs? Or are you only focused on keeping the same identity? Are you trying to keep the same identity that Nancy brought over, and only focusing on, the issue from last year of being able to score? But I think I'm gonna say it. It's time for Issa to go. It's time for Issa to go, because you're not really bringing in the depth pieces that we need for the team to be able to compete with some of the, which I'm laughing at it now, but look at a team that paid $41 million for players, and they're not getting results right now. I'm just saying, we haven't paid $41 million for a rock star team, and and they're not up in arms about Pat Noonan being on the hot seat.
Pat Noonan's definitely on the hot seat. That 6-1 loss to New England Revolution over the weekend.
Well,
that
before that,
on the hot seat. I think he was on the hot seat before that.
I don't think he was.
Really?
I don't think he was. But hold on, Connor. I haven't forgotten who Issa has brought in. Hold on now. Don't get that twisted. I haven't forgot who Issa has brought in, but who else has he brought in to help the team? You bring in an attacker, but you don't bring in defense. You bring in midfield to replace Nagby, but you don't make it make sense. If you're trying to help build the team, right? If you're trying to help build the team for a championship run, why not also focus on your defense? You signed 4 players from the Crew 2 to the first team, and they have yet to have any gameplay. and a couple of them are left backs, and I think one is a center back. You got other players on the bench that are not getting really any playing time right now. Make it make sense. Like, go out and get a center back so Sean can stop playing the Swiss Army knife. We know he can do it now, so let him get back to that.
My question is, who would you bring in as GM to replace Isa if he's fired? Bez ain't coming back, so let's be realistic. I have no idea, quite honestly.
McBride?
No.
Why not?
What is he? What's his title now? I have no idea. I have no idea what he's doing, honestly.
He's a GM for a USL team for both men and women's out in New York.
Did they have success?
I'm pulling that up right now.
I just don't think bringing in a former player as a GM is a smart move.
Let's see here. Where's he at now?
Can we talk about the Aliu transfer? I thought that was weird. Andy, yeah. Can we talk about that foot mob notification now where we sold him for $227? Like, brother, what is that? Like, Brooklyn FC just played their first men's game. Okay. Okay. I don't know about you, but I feel like Abu Ali's potential is getting kind of crushed by the way that we're playing. And we're not even playing vertical like he wanted to play that he was talking about in the preseason.
Exactly.
We're playing side to side again.
Now, how much is that coming down from the top above Reichstrom? Because we all know that GMs have a say in how the coaches, need to be playing. Case in point, look at what the hell happened to Nazi. Ownership over there turned around and told him, no, you're not changing the system. This is how we want to play. And this is what you're going to coach.
I don't even think it was that. I just think it was going over to Europe in the middle of a season where right off the bat you're faced with, was it Europa League?
Yeah.
A top of the table matchup with, I believe it was Hearts. A derby against Rangers. And a couple other matches thrown in between with one win. And you're playing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 matches in, 5 weeks? Trying to do what he wants to do in the middle of a European season, it was bound to be not good, which is why I think he probably should have started the season in Columbus, and yes, during the World Cup.
Yeah,
because then that gives him all of preseason.
Yeah.
I think Celtic would probably be doing very well at the top of the table under Nazi if he didn't leave and go over right in the middle of the season.
I agree with that, Manny. But I would bring Brian. I would bring Brian because he has that no nonsense attitude when it comes into negotiations. I just think with him also being a former player that's played at top leagues, when it comes to some of those negotiations for contracts, I think he has a better, I just think that he, has that better negotiating. Um, and if not McBride, we still got Brian Bliss, who's over the academy, which I got to speak with him on Saturday there, which is actually pretty cool. But I mean, there's other GMs out there that would love to come and be a GM for Columbus.
Speaking of legends, where is Frankie? I have no idea where Frankie is.
Oh no, I'm gonna find out.
Um,
Hometown Hero doesn't seem the same without him.
I would say there's something about former players being GMs of clubs that they've played at before that just don't sit right because the game has changed so much since McBride, since Hayduk, since Bliss, and then when he was interim coach for Columbus. It's changed so much, and now it's a lot of how can these GMs play keep up with, I hate to say it, with Miami. We can't. Nobody can. And
they just have to wait for
go ahead.
They just have to wait for their AARP cards to come in, and Miami ain't gonna have the grandpas anymore.
But I mean, but they're still going to have Jorge Mas, who is going to open up that wallet. They're still going to have David Beckham, who's still going to open up that wallet. They're still going to have who else? Who else is
so then that calls for the league to drop the salary cap. That's a solution for everybody to go out there and get players they want, to be able to spend as much as they want.
But let's be realistic. Do we think that the Columbus Crew owners are going to do that?
They did that for Deshaun. $230 million guaranteed. I mean, I don't see why the Haslams wouldn't. I don't see why Dr. Pete wouldn't. And especially if you're bringing in an NWSL team to Columbus, you're talking about more revenue. You're already getting the UFL to pay you for playing at historical Crew Stadium, which that's going into the Crew's pocketbook. You come from oil money. You come from owning Pilot Flying J. You own the Cleveland Browns. You're about to open up a brand new stadium. Oh, here we go. Small market teams. No, I think the Haslams would be able to do it. Which, I mean, okay, you want to say small market teams. I get why they're called small market teams. But also at the same time, that comes down on ownership, though, too. What are you doing to market your club to potential investors? I mean, you got to have a good product to show investors, right? So, and I don't agree with Connor saying that it's giving him he who shall not be named vibes. before the Save the Crew movement. I don't think it's like that.
Looking ahead now to Toronto. Toronto's favorites to win.
Of course they are. I mean, they got Josh Sargent.
The guy's a freaking. He's so good. He's so good.
I mean,
So
one of my keys for that game is if we walk away with a win, it's because of Schulte. That's plain and simple. If we walk away with a win, it's all because of Patrick Schulte. Not because we score more goals than Toronto. It's because Patrick's out there doing cartwheels, blocking goals, blocking shots. He's out there, standing on his head again, breakdancing out there. Whatever you want to call it. That's my top key to a victory is Patrick Schulte. And I think we're going to see that because of him getting, snubbed by the, men's national team. Say brought up Celentano, like why? You just let 6 goals in from New England.
Who in turn is actually having a pretty decent year so far.
Exactly.
Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up this thing. Overall, Columbus versus Toronto FC, we're 20, 11, and 15, which is absolutely wild. We have scored 70 goals, allowed 59. On the road, we are 7, 7, and 8, but we have allowed more goals on the road than we have scored at Toronto FC.
And we still hold the Trillium Cup.
Which shit actually got word. That's not even a thing anymore.
Says who?
It's not a thing anymore.
Oh wow.
It's not a thing anymore. I mean, I've been told it's like it's referenced by. I mean, it was an unofficial answer that it's a thing, but it's more than likely it's not even a thing anymore.
Okay. Well, we still hold the Trillium Cup.
Do we? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Yep,
we still hold it.
Toronto's defense is straight. I mean, what's their form looking like right now? Because I don't think Toronto's defense is bad, but I also don't think it's good. Oh crap! Miami and Nashville are playing right now.
Yep, second leg of CONCACAF.
Yeah, 1-1.
Jesus, is this going to go to extra time or PKs?
I think does it go straight to PKs? I think it goes straight to PKs.
Yeah. In
CONCACAF. At least around a 16. I think it does. 1-1. Is it on TV? How can I watch it?
FS1.
Do I have FS1?
I think that's where it is.
Yeah. Where's the form guide at? That's my question. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, Toronto this weekend on the road. How are we getting 3 points against Toronto besides Patrick Schulte?
Yeah, it's on FS1. How do we get 3? use the subs wisely and use all 5 of them.
That part.
Give the more touches Ali has, the more chances he has to score.
Toronto is currently they have 4 points in their last 2 matches. They have a win. I watched that game. They won against Cincinnati, and then they tied against Red Bull.
That was a crazy one.
So I don't even think that their defense is bad. I just think face off against Dallas to open the season. Dallas is a good team. Vancouver is a very good team. Cincinnati, I think that was a very good game against Cincinnati, and they just were unlucky against Red Bull, New York.
Right at the death.
Yeah, I just think that's just unlucky on their part. So I mean, I don't think they're bad, but I think it's just they got a little bit of an unlucky thing going on. Picard a bum? Calling Picard a bum is wild work. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like Hugo. I'm so sad. I worked this weekend. I wanted to go to Toronto to watch it because you can drink while under 21. That is very true. That is very true.
I mean, they wake up eating, pancakes and whiskey.
Hey, pancakes are bomb.
I know. I just had them for dinner tonight with bacon.
With bacon?
Yeah.
Oh, this guy. Nice. Hell yeah. Hey, let's be real here. Do we win this game?
The fan side says yes. Realistically says no.
Yeah.
But when it comes to game time, I'm gonna stick with my fan side. My parlays stay different. Don't judge me. My parlays stay different.
Picard's trying to be too pretty and is a turnover machine. No goals or assists to his name. And
Hold on. Picard has some goals and has a couple assists last year.
Picard never scored last year.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
No, I'm thinking of Dylan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I know he has an assist.
Does he?
He assisted on.
I think he does. I think he does. I think you're right. What's his last name? Picard? Here it is. Oh, it's in numeric order.
Okay, no assists. Just one yellow.
Hey, but that guy can create some very good chances.
I want to see Owen out there. Owen is a good defender and can also play in the mid. No, but Hugo is
2 players this season because they have a goal or assist. Is that not right? What do you expect from them? I'm fine with the starting lineup as last week, but as long as we utilize all of our subs. Correct. Need to see Gomez and Shambo starting in midfield. Saturday, move Sean back to center back.
No.
I mean, Camacho's not the answer.
Well, then you pull him and you put Yevon.
Yeah, we forgot about him. Yep. Has he even played a game this year? Yeah, he has.
He's played a
couple minutes. Yeah. I like Yevon. I like Yevon in this situation here against Toronto, especially against Sargent, because Yevon's tall.
I know.
Not saying Camacho isn't tall.
But I think with Sean out there in the midfield with Gomez, um, I think Sean with Gomez there in the middle, it looked like Sean and Nagby out there in the middle. Yes, I'm comparing Gomez with Nagby. But as far as what Connor said there, I would put Yevon there in the middle, and I would have Amundsen on one side, and I would have Herrera on the other. I'd have Herrera on a wing. I don't know when Max leaves to go for the camp, if he's going to be here for the Toronto game.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
They play the 28th and the 31st.
Okay, so next week.
Yeah.
He'll be gone. So then, it gives a great chance for Chronicles of Narnia to probably get a start or get some minutes on a wing. But I think Herrera is doing good there on that right wing. And then I think I would bring Rudy in the second half.
I wouldn't even bring him in at all.
I'd bring him in close to stoppage.
So if Columbus is up 1-0,
if they're up 1-0, I'm not bringing him in.
So it's more so situational.
Yes.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
But if we're up 2-0, 3-0, going into the last 10, 15 minutes, or even if we're up, like 3-1, 2-1. Nah, not 2-1. But if we're up 2-0, 3-1, I'll bring in, Rudy. I try to keep him at 15, 20 minutes max. Well, 25 minutes max. That's the most minutes I would give Rudy. It's 25. Because after you cross over that 25-minute mark, you can see the old age creeping up on him.
Fair. Sorry, this game is very intriguing right now. This game is crazy. What? There was one more thing that I wanted to talk about before we even got into anything else. Yeah, I don't even remember what it is now. All right, well then I guess we should probably go into predictions.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a very short and sweet episode. By the way, there's a new leader in the prediction standings. Because I got the team right. I have 3 points. Gerald on 1. Derek still in the basement. This guy, poor Derek. I feel so bad for him. Poor Derek, just sitting all alone in the basement with 0 points. Just went on Cheery TV to watch Miami, Ohio. Oh, basketball. Tomorrow. Come on. I need to fill out my bracket. So currently in the lead with 3 points because I predicted Nashville would win. Gerald still on 1 point. Derek with 0 points. Heading into match day number 5. Derek gave his prediction to us. It was 2-1 Crew, and he says, my level is at concerned, but no, they are still working through things and just need to hit that final connection. Patrick versus Sargent will be a great test for him. I think that's probably going to be the eye candy matchup of the night, quite honestly, is how well Patrick Schulte can do against Josh Sargent. Gerald, my friend, what is your prediction?
What was Toronto's score last week? 1-0 or 1-1?
1-1 against Red Bulls.
And they beat Cincinnati 3-1.
They beat Cincinnati 1-0.
1-0. Oh shit.
I don't know. Sargent will start. Robert Frazier. He's gonna start. Josh Sargent's gonna start. Yeah, it's a 1 p.m. kickoff. I cannot watch it, which sucks because I'll be at work.
Give me 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0. Who?
Or whoever has two goals.
This guy.
No, give me 2-0 Columbus.
2-0 Columbus.
Our parlay's gonna say something different, but
yeah, it is. I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna go 2-1 Toronto.
You're going 2-1 Toronto?
I'm going 2-1 Toronto. And it pains me to say that. It really does. It pains me to say that. But this team is not that good. Let's make this bold. Bold. Match day 5. All right. So we said, take off that. Derek is 2-1 Crew. Gerald is 2-0 Crew. I am 2-1 Toronto. Colin Sicko, I can't.
Just tell them to turn it on the base.
Can't. They don't have Apple TV subscription.
Tell them to sign in with yours.
No, I'm not putting a whole company on my Apple. No way. I'm not doing that. It's already bad enough. I got people I don't even want on there, except for the only person that I think has my Apple right now is my mom. That's the only person that should be on my Apple account. Everybody else can politely log out.
Tell them to pay you for a year and they can use your Apple.
That's already getting paid for a year.
So what? They don't know that. Well, now they do if they listen to the show.
Brother, you work at Topgolf. It's not a life or death. You obviously don't know how Topgolf works. Because my word. But yeah.
He's a manager.
Me? No, I'm not. I did not want that responsibility. I do not want that responsibility. You see the Reddit post with Gaznak shirt sitting in the stock? Huh? Sitting in the stock? What stock?
Oh, at the team shop. They showed nobody wanted one.
I'll take one. I'll take Gaznak shirt. I like Daniel. All right, Gerald, my friend, it's time for the Wiseman question of the week, and I had it up, but then I closed out my my Safari, and it went away.
Oh Lord!
So, without further ado, my friend, if I can find it again, Wiseman question of the week, dude. Where did it go? All right, and everybody else can answer this too in the chat. You guys can answer this too in the chat because I think this is probably very cool. Brother. All right. I would like to know, Jesus. That. I'm not even why I'm not even on the screen. What was that?
Oh, it was a gong.
Oh, I work in retail and I've called in twice. Okay, well, when I'm not sick. Okay, well, first of all, good job admitting that. Hopefully, none of your bosses read this. Do it, Connor. My word. All right. So, I would say, what is your favorite away trip to watch the Crew, and why? I can't find all the other ones where it's like just random stuff, so I'm gonna just make it soccer related. I'm gonna strip you of privileges of using everything.
My favorite trip to go see the Crew play.
Oh wait, if result holds, Nashville advances on away goals.
Okay.
We like that. We like that. All right, yeah. Your favorite away trip to watch the Columbus Crew, and why?
I got 2 of them. It would be 2023 to start the season off, driving with my good old buddy to Philadelphia and doing the spin the block challenge, going around and round and round and round to find a parking spot, and then have to kick my buddy out to go get in line with cheesesteaks.
So good, by the way. That was so good, by the way. Wait, hold on. When did we play Philly? Because I will definitely
2023. Oh,
no,
you'll
no,
go
no.
back
I'm talking about this year.
as long as it's not cold weather.
I want to say it's sometime in August.
Well, that's good.
I could be wrong though.
No,
it's May. It's May 16th.
Oh, it's got warm weather.
I might just go. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might just go. I will fly to Philadelphia and I will go get a cheese. You know what? Let me put that request off in.
But my top favorite place to go away to watch a Crew match would also have to be with driving with my buddy down to Charlotte.
Off.
You know, that was all the Crew fans that we saw on 77, you know, heading down to Charlotte.
Miami has been knocked out of CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Yay. You know, driving there, seeing all the Crew fans driving and catching up with some of them at gas stations, and going to eat at that one pizza spot with that big ass pizza. That pizza was huge.
That pizza was massive. Yeah.
And it was only like what, $25?
Yeah.
For one topping.
What do we get? We got just cheese, right?
Pepperoni.
Yeah, it was pepperoni. Yep.
Pepperoni and cheese, and oh my god, that pizza took up.
The pizza took up like
my trunk.
Yeah. It was massive.
So I mean, and then you know, just being down there, even though it got delayed, rained out and everything.
That was so bad. We played 16 minutes.
Hey, we got ice cream.
We did?
Yeah.
Where?
In the press box during one of the delays. They were giving out ice cream cups and popsicles.
I'm glad you remember that because I don't.
You know, and then you know, the drive leaving the stadium at like 11 o'clock at night.
Nah, it wasn't even 11. It was like midnight.
We left the stadium and got to the garage about 11:30.
Yeah, and then it was like midnight after we pulled out. And it took about a half hour.
Yep, to get to your aunt's house.
To get to my aunt's place, and got there and relaxed and fell asleep about 1 o'clock in the morning.
And then we got up at like 8, 9 o'clock and went and got Bojangles and hit the road back home.
Yep.
And we said we took the long route so we could avoid the toll booth.
Yeah, the toll roads.
So we ended up going through Tennessee and Kentucky and
come up through Cincinnati and all that fun stuff.
Yep.
Andy said he would have to say Miami just because he loved to see Messi play. I mean, that's fair. Have you been to an away trip before, Andy? Me, man, see, I've been to a couple. I've been to a lot, honestly. I'd have to say I have two. I'd have to say my very first time to Orlando, which was fun. Exploria Stadium, which is what it was called at the time, was very fun to be in. And see, this is a toss up because there's two that I like. There's Minnesota, and there's also
Pacific Northwest.
yeah, either one, honestly. I've been to Seattle more times than I've been to Portland. But I probably have to go Seattle. Seattle's very nice. It was very fun. The only thing that was not fun about Seattle was the fact that I was there when COVID started. So yeah, having my train delayed or canceled out of Seattle, having to catch a 6-hour bus to Spokane, not fun.
Oh,
yeah, and we just said they gave us a box lunch of Subway. It's not fun.
eat fresh.
So yeah, so I'd probably go. I'd probably go Minnesota, or no, Orlando, and then Seattle, with an honorable mention being Minnesota.
Well, then, if I do an honorable mention, mine would be Chicago.
Dude, going to Chicago is so fun. I don't
Except
know
for
what.
driving on the freeway.
Yeah, that part. Which by the way, I also need to put in that time off in November, so that way I can go to Chicago.
I'll see if I can.
November 7th is when it is. It's the last decision day.
But yeah, those are three places I've been with my good old buddy Ty.
Notice how we didn't even say Cincinnati. That's just a quick trip.
That's Kentucky.
That's just a quick. Oh my gosh, where did we stop at to eat?
Which part?
Wait, when we were in Kentucky.
Oh, La Rosa's.
Was that for the cup? Was that for Eastern Conference Final?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that place was so good.
Yep,
that place was so good because it was.
Because you got the chicken caprices pizza or something like that.
Yeah, that stuff was so good. Oh man, La Rosa's. I need to go back. All right. Anything else we want to talk about? Anything else? Anybody else in the chat they want to address before we sign off for the evening and I go get something to drink? Actually, I have my water. Do you have anything else before? Yeah, right here.
I mean, you sure you don't need to stock up on more? Get you some big boxes of chips and cases of water and
I'll pre-record it. I already have it pre-recorded. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in post-editing.
Go get you. If you had your Sam's Club membership that you got 50% off by clicking on the link, you might be able to have some more water.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the read. I have it pre-recorded. I'm going to just put it in post.
Okay. Well, I just still said that, if everybody else wants to go get a 50% off membership and go get water, click on the link.
Friends, anything? I'm a Costco lifer. That Manny doesn't love us.
I know. No, you know what? I'm gonna say this before we end the show. Manny is the MVP. last year for us. And I'm gonna say Manny's the MVP because
Oh yeah, 100%.
we sat down to enjoy a nice meal at Texas Roadhouse. And all of a sudden somebody stops by and says, "Hey, aren't y'all the host of the Wisemen Say?"
No, he didn't say that. He walked up to us and was like, "Hey, friends, remember Wisemen Say?" We go on the Bulls rush in. Oh, Manny, hi. Ooh, that's pretty.
But just the fact that we were about to smash on some Texas Roadhouse rolls with the cinnamon butter, and
I want some Texas Roadhouse now.
And then we get noticed, by you, the fans of the show.
I'm also a Texas Roadhouse investor. Yeah, I need to be a Texas Roadhouse investor.
How much is stock?
I don't know, man. But give me something so I can get some rolls.
You can buy them at Walmart.
It's true.
And you can buy the cinnamon butter at Walmart.
That's very true. Very true. All right, Joe, my friend, that's the show. Shout out Derek. Happy birthday to his wife. Happy birthday, Derek's wife.
I can't believe he almost forgot his wife's birthday.
Did he say he forgot? I don't think he forgot.
Yeah. He said he forgot that it was.
Oh no, he said completely that he won't be on tonight. Completely forgot to say I won't be on. It's whatever. It's all right. Happy birthday, Derek's wife. That's it. Thank you all for tuning in. If you guys are listening on audio, thank you all for listening all the way to the end. Be sure to rate the show, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. If you are watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for post notifications whenever we go live, post new content. You guys can also follow us on social media, on Instagram at the Wisemen Say Podcast, on Blue Sky at Wisemen Say Podcast at bsky.social. You guys can also follow us on, what else do we have?
Oh,
Twitter at Wiseman Pod. You guys can also check out the merch store. You guys can hear all about that. I'm sure you guys hear about that soon. Yeah. Or somehow, some way before this, it's going to be posted in the show. I just got to pre-record it and whatnot. Check us out on all the social medias. You guys can follow Derek on social media at FunkyMoses17. You guys can follow Gerald on social media
at Gerald_Lucas96.
You guys can follow me on social media at FisherTyler__. And yeah, my friend, as tradition goes, Wisemen say,
only fools rush in.
Peace out, everybody. Have a good weekend. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool. Hug your loved ones. Go Crew.
Stay wise, y'all.